maza maza. No more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. This one no be ebelebe. This one no be maza maza. No more Nigeria. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. No more companies. No more freedom. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. Say something the world. If you're 5 years old, nothing is wrong. I don't understand. My mama told me a fool that's put in this world is a fool forever. No more Nigeria, no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. No more Nigeria, no more for them. Now Biafra all the way. Race surrender, Nigeria don't know. Constitution rule of law. Shame on you. Baboons and monkeys, people in the zoo. They are the same. They are not civilized. That is one. 3% government cannot fulfill. 2%, 1%, government cannot fulfill. Individuals, no one for them. No more Nigeria. Everywhere, scatter. Everywhere, scatter. Now Biafra all the way. Now Biafra all the way. Alright, now Biafra all the way. Biafra all the way. This one no be available. This one no be maza maza. No more companies, no more. This one no be available. This one no be maza maza. We say no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. No more companies, no more lives, no more street. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. You need to hear this. You need to see this. You need to testify. Those politicians, they're human beings moving like tiger. Individuals must some die. Whoa, no more road, all the sacred line. They are lions moving with gun. Individuals must some die. Whoa, no more freedom, no more speech. We are dying day by day. Those politicians, they are more the rules. Individuals suffer and loss. We are dying day by day. The world can hear us now. We are calling out for you. The world sees something right. The world sees something now. The world sees something right. The world sees something. The world sees something right. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear your voice. We need freedom now. We need to go. We need a Biafra restoration. We want to hear your voice. We need a Biafra restoration. We need to hear your voice. All over the world, we want to hear your voice. We are calling out for you. We want to hear your voice. We need the freedom. We need our Biafra. And this is our time. This is our right. This one, no matter, no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. This one, no be available. This one, no matter. I said no more Nigeria. Now Biafra. This one, no be available. This one, no be matter. I said no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. This one, no be available. This one, no be matter. I said no more Nigeria. Now Biafra.
Yes, once again, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Okafor-Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari-Beku. The one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I remain George Onibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, we will appreciate the Almighty Creator, of course, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow, the one who is the lifting up of our head, the one who is our shield and our buckler. For we do not lift up our eyes to the hills, for we know where our help comes from. It certainly comes from He who made the heavens and the earth, and that is Chukwu Okike Abiama. We must move on to our topic this evening, which is simply the place, what you must know about security. What we or you must know about security. There is a heightened insecurity, tension and heightened insecurity in Nigeria as we speak. A lot of people will think solution will be there. Solution will not be there. And so, in as much as we are engaging the zoo and the terrorist nation that created the zoo in a diplomatic manner, in a peaceful manner, that should not imply that we have to lay down our guys and be watching. There will never be anything like security, except it's not Nigeria. For is a government of a country supposedly come out and tell you that the people who are killing you are foreigners, and we laugh over it, the Senate and House of Assembly will just look at it and say it's by the way. They share money and move away. I think the people who call themselves Nigeria should begin to think now before it's too late. Security, but has there ever been security in Nigeria before? It's just that after Madam told you, the next greatest black terrorist is Buhari, late Buhari, being represented by a Sudani. And of course, you have the like of Abba Kyari and Brutai and Magu, all of them line up. What a shame. They come out, we are securing Nigeria, we not allow anybody to destroy the peace of Nigeria, they tell it, but they know what they are doing. But for the common man, do you know what role security play in our life? I want you to just look at it. They're killing you. Government of the day will come out. BBC and CNN will help them to tell you to calm down, that people from other countries are the one killing you. And then all of a sudden they say you should give them land so they stop killing you. But there are a lot of things you do not know. But let's see, as brief as we can. Let us review some of the things you need to know about security. Number one, you must understand the role security played before and after independence. It's important. Security agents before independence were selected saboteurs from among the people. They are those group of people our brother Ganeku normally call warrant chief. Security before independence is the warrant chief. This warrant chief are mainly part of the compromised or saboteur individual from each community. They work for the terrorists. It doesn't matter who they are, whether it's British government, whether it's Portugal, whether it's Soviet Union, they pick them. Majority of the problem we are suffering from today is coming from the family of the warrant chief. They are everywhere. Of course, we have a form of security today. Those of you who are in Iguacha, go and find out the history of Rumo Dumanya. You will know what security is all about. Those of you from Abakaliki, go out and find out who are those people in Ibuzo. Maybe you begin to know what security are. We constantly talk about the story of Ikumeku. It looks like a test by moonlight. But that is not the area we are going to, because these are security that are meant to protect our people. Like today, Biafra land does not have anybody protecting them, only IPOB. And I'm assuring you, irrespective of your level of sabotage and indiscipline, IPOB will still protect you. Don't worry. But we are making you to understand the role security play in our life. The British came, they choose those greedy ones, those saboteurs, those who will kill their mother and their father, they pick them. Of course, that is the way Fulani operate. And then immediately after independence, they knew that there is a difference between the reasoning of the Biafran saboteur, which the brother Gani called them warrant chief. I love that name. They know the way the warrant chief in Biafra land behave. It's not the same way the warrant chief in Oduduwa behave. It's not the same way the warrant chief in Awusa land behave. Warrant chief in Awusa is greedy. I mean Fulani is greedy, extremely greedy. They impoverish their people, and those are the rank adede you see everywhere. Buhari, tell me, El-Rufai, all of them are warrant chiefs. The Yoruba warrant chiefs claim to be intellectual. So in every area they want to bargain 10%. And British is not happy with it. As a slave they think you are. You don't have the right to ask for 10%. And so the Yoruba cannot be trusted. Awusa have, Fulani have nothing. So as far as they will put him in charge of everything, it's okay. And of course, Biafran warrant chiefs, they are very greedy. That is why today, they see their sisters and their brothers, they see their people suffering, and they are still, doing booga booga. A leader said something in his broadcast yesterday. Most people will not understand. For instance, it's not once, it's not twice, in several occasions, as I can personally record it, Nangodu has told us, if you people venture move for Biafra, I will sabotage you people. I have told you, Martineke. But you have to, because we are waiting for all of you, warrant chief. They knew that the warrant chief, those they use as their security in Biafra land, will not help them. What did they do? They have conspired within themselves and said, if we give power to warrant chief security in Biafra land, we are in trouble. If we give it to Yoruba, there will be problem. The best people is the Fulanis. And now there is no Fulani in Nigeria. What did they do? They imported Fulanis. The same way the current Fulani in Nigeria are importing Fulani, they imported them. And so immediately after independence, of course, the Biafrans, you have high level of intellectuals, people who studied, people who are learned, who read. They managed, we were going into civil servant, our fathers. They were rushing into civil servant. But British government understands security is very important. He called the Awusa Fulanis. He said to them, don't go for civil service. Join the army. Let these people have biro already. Join the army. Later on, we will know the gun and the biro, the one that will win. And so the Yorubas, Ududuwas, and the Biafrans begin to do competition with biro. But of course, they understand that once 10% come, that is the end of Yoruba. They will never put up any resistance. So that was not an issue for them. So while we were busy going to Cambridge University, Oxford University, they were busy joining army. They had one agenda, not to protect Nigeria, but to conquer Nigeria. And when the Fulani have enlisted themselves in the head of army, murdering everybody who stand their way, they brought the Hausa as an accomplice, having been conquered. It was in 1967, during the war, that they concocted the people from Benue State, Kogi State, the Middle Belt, into the security apparatus of Nigeria. Of course, they dislodged them later on. Because when Nigerian lazy army could not even stand only Abagana, they have to hold the people of Kogi and Benue State and Middle Belt ransom and consider them as willing tools. Go and kill Biafrans or we kill you. Of course, they are lazy imp without apology. And so it's okay for them, okay, hey, don't kill us, don't kill us, don't kill us. We will go and kill Biafra. That is why today, people, even Idoma Biafran and Egala Biafran, shame will not allow many of them to come out because of what they think they have done. But please, you didn't do it. We understand it's not intentional. Of course, when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to Hausa and Yoruba Idoma. I'm not talking to Hausa Yoruba of Egala. I'm talking about Idoma. Let me rephrase this. I'm not talking about Fulanis of Kogi State. I'm not talking about Yoruba Fulanis of Benue State. Yoruba Fulanis of Kogi State. No. I'm talking about the Gala, the Biafrans. I'm talking about the Idomas. We understand what happened. So the earlier you wake up, the better for you. All of your father who did that evil, most of them are living a miserable life. 90% of them are drunkard. The rest 10%, 8% are beggar. The rest 10%, their head is okay. May God have mercy on them. Because suffer and hungry when they beat them, it's unimaginable. Go and look for the people who carried abandoned property. It's not easy for any of them. Because the truth we must know is that those who died because of Biafra, they are not yet dead. But let me not digress further anyway. So, after independence, the British government armed the Fulanis, who were not Nigerians. These are the things I want you to know tonight. And then you go to the second stage. The role of security during independence and current day Nigeria. Now, we have seen what they did during independence. Imagine they know that there was nobody qualified enough to rule Nigeria except Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. I didn't say Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, which imply he read. Others are Chief Abafemi Awolowo, Chief Tafawa Balewa. They are chief because there is nothing to support their name. And they say, okay, because of some countries around the globe who are very meticulous in engaging issue, if we give it to all these chief, like Buhari, who didn't have an ordinary primary school certificate, they may be opera. Okay, let's just give it to Awolowo. Why they give it to Nnamdi Azikiwe? They had other plan to oppress Nnamdi Azikiwe with the security. And so Nnamdi Azikiwe as a, what do you call them? Ceremonial president. You know, so when you are playing game of ceremonial, we know what you are doing. Stop fooling yourself. It's like some people, they will call they just empower you, you are ceremonial. We know. But whether ceremonial or not ceremonial, it is left for us to do the needful. Nnamdi Azikiwe was just a ceremonial president. As a ceremonial president, they use him to put on the machinery of the pendulum of chaos, which is plaguing all of us today. And so what did he do? He organized the election that was rigged by British government, after which Alhaji Shehu Shagari emerged as the winner. And the moment Alhaji Shehu Shari emerged and with the winner, in less than a year and 6 months, security agency took over the government of Nigeria, bringing in Alhaji terrorist Muhammad Buhari into power. And so when people are coming out, they are telling, oh, Buhari is a corruption fighter, Buhari is a discipline man. But Buhari said, Buhari said Shagari stole money. How much did Buhari steal in less than a year and 6 months? But they were actually carrying out the role given to them by the British government. So the same Buhari causing chaos and mayhem in the current day Nigeria was the same Buhari who destabilized the governmental structure of this zoo called Nigeria. But these were British security agency here in our father's land. And Buhari came into power. He impoverished the people. It was so obvious. People couldn't bear it any longer. They call it austerity measure. The same way they were calling this hunger and starvation. What was the name Buhari gave to it? He called it a recession. It was austerity measure. And never forget it. Almost 3 months in my house, we were eating only eba. We just go to the bush, pick snail, grind pepper, take scent leaf, grind it, pour the snail at all, tumble it. And I remember one day I asked my mother, I said, what is going on? My mother said, government saying austerity measure. It will soon end. Let's manage till we pass that stage. It's unbelievable. And I wonder, all these old cargoes, all these old criminals, animal, what is that their name? What is that their name? Warrant chief everywhere in the guise of senators and politicians and governors. You can imagine, they all knew what happened because almost 90% of them are older than me, almost double my age. They pretend they don't know what is happening. And when we see them following all these terrorists to undo us, we could only pity them because they don't know what is coming for them. Let me not digress anyway. The British security in the guise of Nigerian army, dominated by Fulanis, overthrew the first democratic government of Nigeria. Buhari having tortured Nigerian people, people say, no, it's unfair. But of course, they know the game they are playing. Babangida took over. He's a Maradona of his time. He bombarded and killed everybody that would stand on his way, both on plane crash and otherwise. It's a security agency. And then all of a sudden, he discovered the pressure, he couldn't stand it. Because there are always good countries who want to intervene when it's time. Babangida then thought he can play this Maradona. He handed over to a zombie without knowing. It was Abacha zombie. Abacha said, okay, he took the atrocity of Babangida and Buhari, put it together and hit it on Nigeria. I remember he was interviewed and said, your people are suffering. See, my people, they are not suffering. Not until I see Nigeria eating on dustbin, they are not suffering. These are your security agents. Security. I thought they are security. So when you see all of them, Buhari, Bruta, all of them are your security. In case you don't know the role security play. I'm just trying to cut them short. Abacha finished his own security. He died in office. From one terrorist to another terrorist, from one terrorist, all of them are security. All of them are security. And so today, whether it's Buhari, whether it's Jubri, it's a security. Look at Bruta, security. Magu, security. EFCC, security. ICPC, security. Boko Haram, security. Miati Allah, security. Fulani Herdsmen, security. Some people say, no, Fulani Herdsmen is not security, but they want to help us secure Enugu now. No, Miati Allah are not security, but they want to give us security in Biafra land now. Oh, Boko Haram are not security, but go to Bakassi Boys in Aba now, you will see Boko Haram among them now. Security. I hope you're reading in between the line what security does. But you must continue. Number 3, the Oduduwa and the Arewa. Security in one Nigeria. Now, when it comes to securing our land, the Arewa have the highest amount of security. They control Nigerian terrorist army, Boko Haram, everything. Arewa control it. Arewa control Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram, among others. And in their mind, like Nebuchadnezzar, they have climbed on top of Nigeria. And when they walk on top of Nigeria, they will say, who is that bagger that can take this Nigerian from us? But how wish God will make them see what Nebuchadnezzar saw. It would have been fine for them. Don't worry. Fulani herdsmen you see in Nigeria today, in Biafra land today, soon you will see them no more. They have so many security apparatus waiting supposedly to defend Oduduwa land, but they don't know what is coming. They are married to IC Kwadu. They are married here Chedon. They are married here Chedon. Oh man, we are married here Chedon. But of course, it's their time. They don't know. So they are growing bolder every day, jumping up and down, gallivanting everywhere in Nigeria in so-called security. These are your security for the avoidance of doubt. But the Yorubas, on the other hand, they have Yoruba have security, but it's just that their security. What do they eat? Pepper. So they can't reason normal. Forget about OPC, PPC, KQQ. Of course they have. If you don't get liver, you dey Lagos, you dey Ibadan. If you confront Yoruba security, you will even ransack yourself and give them everything. Yoruba you don't recognize. Wa ma shele shell ma agbo na so the amount they open. These are their security, for God's sake. If you are in Lagos, you know what I'm talking. Wa ma agbo ma shele shell ma tie wa everywhere wa is Yoruba security. Leave them. That is the way they are. They love themselves and it's okay for them. But the security are their mama. Let your vehicle break down in Oshodi or Oshodi Sale. Let your vehicle break down in Awori U-turn. You'll understand that they are not smiling. Are we talking about Malete challenge? Are we talking about OPC? But of course, they've been able to softificate their security outfit. So they operate like civilians. You won't know. Awolowo will taught them very well. Having taken our parents' money, today, every bank in Nigeria, you have Yoruba there. Go to the history of First Bank. I respect Alesoti, not because of anything. I respect Alesoti because Alesoti is the only Biafran that survived First Bank. Alesoti is an economic student. You know, in those days in Uniport, when I tried to look at the people who were the best economic students, and I noticed his name was written in gold. That gave me interest to study that man. As one of the best economics ever known on the face of this planet Earth, he worked in First Bank. They sack him and sack him and sack him and sack him and they sack everybody in First Bank. Only Yoruba, First Bank. They couldn't remove Alesoti because his level of education speaks volume. What did they do? They made him a banking officer. Those of you who are banker will know that the moment they make you a banking officer, automatically you can never be promoted, neither can you be removed. So it is like park that guy one corner. He was parked in one corner. Why am I saying this? Yoruba security, go and check 90% of land seller in Nigeria is Yoruba security. All those Akawo, how do they call them? Akawo, you should know. They have many names. Yoruba security. OPC is operating everywhere in Nigeria. Awosa don't know, and many Biafrans don't know. But we know they are security. They are security. Go and ask General Ogundipe. Go and ask Adekule. You will understand their security is intact. It's just that you do not deceive the people you are supposedly your fellow one Nigeria. You suppose we are fellow one Nigeria now. So why are you deceiving us? To the other one, the Oduduwa, they have their security intact. And finally, we look at the Biafran security. What you must know about the Biafran security. It is a complicated security outfit, I must tell you. It's a complicated security outfit, honestly. Why did I say it's a complicated security? In those days, those who defended our land were fierce warriors. No nonsense individual. No nonsense individual. Most people do not know why Queen Amina and company were not able to overrun Biafra land. Queen Amina could not overrun Biafra land when they were there to make sure that our land is Islamized. It's because they have security men and women standing and waiting guard physically and spiritually. They are there making sure that these people will not have their way. And they did what they're supposed to do. They did their job very well. But it's complicated anyway. Today we are talking about how to protect our land. You hear more name than the people who are securing your land. You wake up today, oh, we are KKK Biafra Defense Squad. Oh, yeah. Come and register, 1,000. You wake up the next day, oh, we are WCD Biafran terrorists. We want to defend Biafra. 2,000, come and register. The next morning, you are going to buy something. Oh, we are Biafra International. We defend Biafra land. Come and register. 115 franchise in the Oshi. All those games will not they play. We they watch now. The leg where they walk out, vroom, vroom, vroom. I where they see vroom, 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 they watch them. Some of you may have made arrangement. You will get your money, deceive us. But we know all these things. Let me review something this evening. When DSS arrested me, somebody told them that I was not arrested. That I went to hide in Abo and claiming to be arrested. And I know this gossip got to our leader. But of course, our leader is a wise man. And so the day I was released from the DSS, I was taken to maximum prison in Port Harcourt. Our sister Marachi was there to accompany me. And everybody in my area, IPOB members, you know, in River State then, all of them were happy. In fact, they've organized party to welcome me that night. My wife, my children, all of them were happy. They want to see me. But it broke them down when they heard that our leader said, no, Onibe should not be allowed to go home until I see him. I knew no said, Tiana. But the DSS, they torture me so much that if you see me, I'm a Tim Onanga. The day I will publish my picture, some people will weep for themselves. These people dealt with me that the only thing remaining they released was a skeleton. Pure Tim Onanga. Because he went to hide in Abo. It's a lie. He was not arrested. And I remember when I got to our leader's house, he was not there. I met the mother and the sister. That night, they took care of me. And after which, I stayed with the volunteers throughout the night. In the morning, they brought tea for me as early as possible. I say no. Come and bath. I say no. Come and eat. I say no. They say, why? I told our leader's mother, if I don't see our leader, I will neither bath, nor eat, nor drink water. He said, why? I say no. Our leader's mother was like very shocked. The tea they brought, they were like, and I know I heard them calling our leader. Then, come carry your pikin. He said, no go chop, he no go drink if he no see you. And while they were making the call, they were like, this man, now wow. And some minutes after that call was made, our leader said, come. And as always, he looked at me, he smiled. He asked me one or two questions and said, oh boy, go and rest. And when you have finished resting, come and resume your work. But in all these things, I know everything that played in between the line. I know everything that played in between the line. So why am I bringing this up? Hey, they have arrested us. So hey, we are in Kilio. You are a criminal. I thought you want to defend Biafra land. They can know they deceive ourselves. Our security, our warrant chief, our warlord. This is the time for all of us to stand up and defend Biafra land and stop fooling ourselves. Onyamaniki here udele angotona imezo imibuafia. Abino anwa. Onyamaniki here mbeku angotona imibuafia. There is an adage in my place. They say where you are too wise, the load you carry go market, torches go die inside. Torches go from bush, come for your shop, die for your shop. Of course, you will not understand. Too much sense. Now, what do they call the governors? We want to employ a youth who will go and watch our forest. They are killing us in the home. You are not watching us. It is Catholic priests and Fulani headsmen that are watching us. You are watching criminal. Go and we know what you are doing. Bring those youth out. You are a youth. Allow yourself to be used by governors, and at the end they will kill you. Go and ask about the people who were there before you, and don't get involved. If you want to be miserable, if you truly want to be miserable in your life as a Biafra, you come close to IPOB. When we are done with you, you will wish you were Fulani headsmen, because their fate will be better than you. Are we here to joke? Yeah, we are security, but there are. Don't let me say something. I just don't like insulting people. But sometimes, how can't we insult you? Why wouldn't I insult you when I see you as mature as you are, intellectual as you are, and you are very hopeless? Biafrans are good people. Biafrans are good people. And that is what gives us the courage to do what we do. Irrespective of anything that we will lose. In 100 lifetime, I will die for the Biafrans I know today. I will. But what does it mean? They are very stupid. Many of them are very stupid. Stupid and hopeless. But of course, they are good people. So deliver yourself from stupidity and hopelessity. Hey, you want to defend Biafra? We are governors now. We are going to employ youth. The youth you employed into Nigeria army, did you not slaughter them for Boko Haram? Have they not become a sacrifice, a lamb upon the slaughter? The one, hey, come and join Nigeria army, are they not the one you are trying to get rid of to kill them? And then the remaining cross section of Biafra, and of course, they are hungry. And so you're going to kill them. And then some of them will go. They will go. And then they say, oh, employers, Ugwanya employers, Ukawa employers. No youth should do that, except you are very hopeless and stupid, like I have said. And now you know the type of security and the role they play. Nobody will secure our land. Nobody will defend our land. This is something we have to do for ourselves. I'll be back in a minute.
Biafra is our only home. It is our only home. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Is our only hope, Biafra. We must always strive to do what we have to do to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra is our only hope. Is our only hope, Biafra. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Is our only hope, Biafra.
course, at this moment, our lines are open temporarily. You just to spend a video. If you have any advice to give to our communities, Biafran, from a Gala to Idoma, for Yala to Bubura, to Tinapa, to Awonpa, down to Andoni, Ogoni, Opobo, Opobunkoro, Urobo, Ishekiri, Wakreke, all of them down to Biturumba, Nombi, Siamando, Bankwiri, Olo, Ekusigo, Abatete, anywhere you are, to Buakumazuwiri. This is the time for you to call in and advise your people to be security conscious. Of course, with this study, you'll be able to understand what it means to be security conscious. Watch out for the warrant chief, Yoruba warrant chief, Hausa Fulani warrant chief, Biafran warrant chief. Watch out for all of them. Of course, our lines are open. And please don't digress, I beg you. Yes, sir. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
And there was my lecturer. My name remains Mazichima Joseph Onyechukwu, calling from Obola for local government.
Go ahead, please.
So, Anna Mekele, I hope I can go with our dialect.
No, on this segment, okay, or you're not broken. Ingilibu.
Okay. Glory be to Chukwu Kadiama, who have made it possible for us to have a man like our school leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the record for our time. And again, I say, may God bless again all Biafra working assiduously to make all Biafra working assiduously to make sure we get our homeland, Biafra, which is Biafra. Every one of us here, our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu thunder yesterday. That is his word yesterday is like a thunder. That I say, my God Almighty, keep on strengthening him and give him more strength again that he can use for us to celebrate Biafra. Because our leader have got Biafra for us. Look at how those who are marginalizing us. Day by day, they are killing us, doing us all sorts of things. If you read today's paper, you hear how the nonsense they are talking. No person is there for save us. In my community, in my local government today, on yesterday night, the so-called Fulani men, they used 608 and brought them into our land. And the essence of everything, no person is there to save us. When you are saying them that they should leave our land, they are saying that the so-called security is aware that they are there. The so-called leader of security there is Jack Moore, or what they call him. Is the one that who gave them audacity for him to come into our land, to cause all type of mayhem that are causing our land. And we are now putting what into notice. Look at, no one can even talk for us. We cannot go into our farm. We cannot do anything. And that is everything. You say that you call yourself one Nigeria, but God will kill any person that is mentioned that word, one Nigeria. And I say again, because I know that many people I see on the line waiting. I want to encourage all their fans. Please, let's come together. Mobilize our youth. Don't listen to them. You hear what they're saying. The forest guide or no forest guide. They want to use this medium and know what they will do to our youth. I'm happy that IPOB is so wise that wants that anything. The so-called Buhari is not crying. And they Jibrin, and they replacing with the so-called the name Buhari and replacing with Jibrin. He's not crying. And he don't know that our Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is strong like it. Don't know that he's mean. He thought that he's just a joking. That he don't know that he's strong. But he never see. So what I'm saying that I want to let's stand firm. We are in the good track. The road to a is a road that will divorce insanity. It's a road that will give us everything that you can have anything we are looking in life. Look at how they just kill our students in a boy state. How many are the people that is dying that you not even know? This is the one that they will just people let us know. And you are some people are taking up and down.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Thank you. Dear friends, be security conscious. Why I say be security conscious is simply telling you that the people telling you they are your security are the people sent to kill you. Wake up. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, Mazo Nibe.
Good evening from
Mazo Nibe. Mazoni Babalioma.
Warrant chief. Amigo, I will investigate you. I will investigate you.
We must investigate them all.
I'm telling you, all the warrant chief in Biafra land, they better go and collect Yoruba nationality or Fulani nationality. Go ahead, please.
We finish up everything because the land is not with us. That land we can never contend us with them because they are receiving salary from the contraption called Nigeria, and our people don't know. Mazoni, I greet you from day one. I greet you till the end of this life. I greet all of IPOB worldwide. My name remains Mazimoye Chinedu. We come one name. I am working as a coordinator of IPOB here in Como. Please, IPOB Como, if you are listening to me, every second Sunday we do meeting. Every second Sunday we do meeting. Like today, we have our meeting today. The upper Sunday, no. The next 2 Sundays we do again. That is how we do our meeting. If you know anybody that is live around Como, Milan, inform him to come to Como to come meeting. Mazonibe, thank you very much. I greet all Biafran worldwide. We can never share anything with these people because they are very wicked. Anybody that will be angry and what is good for him to go is to go and kill somebody, then he will be okay. They are evil. We can never live with that kind of people. No. This is the time all the warrant chiefs must hands up because the real Ezani is nowhere to be found now. We are pleading to them now to come up so that we can do the needful thing now. IPOB worldwide. I want to add